So you were thinking about moving to Atlanta, Georgia, but you don't know anything about the city. Where would I go in the city, out of the city, suburbs, north versus south? Guys, in this video, I'm taking you on a tour of one of my favorite suburbs here on the north side of town. This is Roswell, Georgia. Incredibly historic, diverse, great schools, so much to do, absolutely beautiful. Right here by the Chattahoochee River in the middle of the forest. Let's check out Roswell, Georgia. What's up, guys? My name is Anthony Laborde. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the Atlanta metro area. If it's your first time to my channel, thanks for coming by. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. This is where I make videos about what it's like to live, work, and play here in Atlanta, GA. That rhymed. But in this video, as I mentioned, I'm gonna take you on a tour of one of my all-time favorite suburbs, Roswell, Georgia. Now, Roswell is about 30 minutes north of downtown. We're about 45 minutes to an hour north of the airport. So if you live out in this area and you commute quite a bit to the airport, keep that in mind. You want to give yourself about an hour to get down there, about 30 minutes or so to get into downtown. So that gives you an idea of where you're at on the map. It's also a growing, thriving suburb. It's 100,000 people right now, growing. One of the largest here in Georgia, especially one of the largest suburbs in the metro area, but just a thriving community, tremendous amount of history here. A lot of cool architecture, old homes from the 1800s, early 1900s. I'm going to show you all of those, but lots of cool history. Had a big impact on the state of Georgia of what happened here in Roswell. So I'm going to show all that to you, drive you through some neighborhoods, show you some homes. But at the end of this video, you're going to have a really good feel about Roswell, what it's like to live here, what it's like to play here. Let's go check it out. So I'm starting the tour today at arguably the most historic, most important part of the city. This is the Roswell Mill. This is where it all started. We're right here at Vickery Creek and Chattahoochee River. It's the convergence of these two that came together. The significance of this is Mr. Roswell King, that's where we got our namesake. He was an industrialist. He was a plantationist back in the 1700s, 1800s, early 1800s. Gold was discovered in this area. We also had the Civil War that was starting up. We had textile mills that was coming about. Well, Mr. Roswell King, on behalf of some banks up north, was on a discovery mission. Came down here to the south, was going through this area, really looking for these areas where the gold was discovered, and he came across this point here. So this is the Chattahoochee River and Vickery Creek. This is Vickery Creek here. This is where they came together. And him being an industrialist, he got an idea. He knew that the power of these two coming together, great energy for a mill. So they started the Roswell Manufacturing Company. I'm right smack in the middle of it. So this is the famous bridge here. This is the Roswell Mill up top. All of these have been turned into, I guess, convention halls now, but this is where the mill was. These are all the ruins in here back from the early 1800s. But look at this beautiful spot right here. This building I'm gonna show you right up on top of this hill, this is the only building left from the Roswell Manufacturing Company from 1830. So right up the river here is a waterfall, and this is where they had a dam. This is where they created the energy. It's a beautiful hike. You can go right along the trail, runs right along the river, go see the waterfall, but come here and just sit around and check out this view. It's so beautiful, rich in history, but this is where Roswell started, literally right here. So let me take you across the bridge. On the other side of the river right there, as we cross the bridge, that's the Chattahoochee Nature Center right over there. So hiking trails, zip lining, mountain biking, gorgeous all along the river, all along the trail, but let's go take a walk and I want to show it to you. As I've already mentioned, one of my absolute favorite things about living here in the Roswell area is all of the history through here, the Civil War, the Cherokee Indians, what really founded this area and the economy. This behind me is the Primrose Cottage. This was built in 1839 by Mr. Roswell King and his family for his daughter when she was widowed. Husband had passed away, she needed a place to live. They built this house, beautiful land. This is right outside of downtown. Actually, a number of these old antebellum style homes with the columns in the front of them all around this area. Big, beautiful lots with azaleas. If you look, this whole street, and again, this is right outside of downtown, looks like it's out of 1830 something. I'm gonna get out here and show you some of these beautiful homes. So this is right outside of downtown. Typical architecture of this area. Again, Primrose Cottage, now used as a special events facility, but you can set up tours, come in here, check it out. Beautiful land, beautiful house. Lots of cool history through here. Another famous building here in Roswell, so actually on the National Registry of Historic Places, is Bullock Hall right behind me. This was built in 1839 by the Archibald Bullock family. Archibald Bullock was the first governor of Georgia back in 1730. His descendants built this plantation behind me. It's a huge lot that goes down towards the river. We're actually right outside of downtown here, but beautiful hall. Major James Steve Bullock, he was living in this house. His daughter, Mittie Bullock, she was the one that married and eventually became Mrs. Roosevelt. She married Theodore Roosevelt Sr. Sorry for the lawn equipment over here. It's like they know I turned my camera on and they decide, there's not even grass over there. You're not even mowing. Where are you going? Anywho, what I'd like to do now is drive you around Roswell a little bit, show you some of the neighborhoods, drive through them. There's a wide range of homes in Roswell. Sometimes you hear this common misconception of, oh, it's so expensive to live there. There's some high-end homes in Roswell. So right now on the market, we have about 150 homes for sale right now. It's a little low for this time of year, but inventory levels across Georgia, really across the US right now, are pretty low. So we have 150 homes for sale ranging anywhere from 300,000 all the way up to 3 million. So again, very high-end homes, really large lots here in the area, but there are plenty of homes for first-time home buyers, millennials, looking to get your first home, start your family. Plenty of homes in that 300, 500, 600 range right in there. So it's great for first-time home buyers. So I want to drive you around, show you some of the beautiful landscape here, the topography, the neighborhoods. Just a gorgeous day today. The sun is out, so hope you enjoy it. And let's go check out some homes. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, the homes in Roswell range anywhere from 300,000 all the way up to 3 million. This particular neighborhood here, about 10 minutes out of downtown, beautiful, older, established neighborhood. You can see these are a little bit larger homes. They start around 800, go up to million, 1.2, but much larger, big lots, lots of amenities. This particular neighborhood here, now this is even an older neighborhood, but again, much larger lots. You can tell the maturity of the neighborhood just by the trees, the vegetation, the size of the lots, the age of the homes. So this one actually starts a little bit higher. This is in the 900s, goes up to about 1.5. There's actually one or two in there that's a little bit more expensive, simply because these are much larger. Usually these are 5, 6, 7 bedrooms with basements, big backyards. Again, lots of amenities, but beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. Now, this particular neighborhood, this is my all-time favorite neighborhood in Roswell. This is Grand Reserve. This is a new construction neighborhood. Well, actually, it's a couple years old now, but still building on there. This is Toll Brothers. If you don't know anything about Toll Brothers builders, look them up. They are incredible. As you can see, all of their homes are beautiful. What I like about Grand Reserve is the lot size is a minimum of 1 acre, and it goes all the way up to 3 acre. That's just unheard of in new construction nowadays, especially out in this area. But you can see how spread out the homes are. The lots are really large. Already has mature trees in there, but beautiful, beautiful. Now what we're about to show you, this is actually inside the model home of the Toll Brothers model home out there at Grand Reserve. So I took a little tour of it. Sorry for the jerkiness of the video. I was using a GoPro and moving around too much, but this gives you a good idea about how beautiful Toll Brothers is. Their attention to detail, just gorgeous finishes, wide open space, open concepts. You got a lot of natural light coming in there. This is actually upstairs here. This is a family room, playroom. You have the kids' room off to the side. Again, attention to detail, that backdrop you can see in the bathroom right there, that in the shower, the detail there. Who's that joker? No. What an idiot. Get out of the screen. Now this is actually leading into the master bedroom, but right before you get into the master, you have the laundry. Beautiful finishes, everything. This is leading into the master here. Again, it speaks for itself. Look at that ceiling, recessed lighting, all the natural light coming in. Gorgeous space, gorgeous finishes. This is the master bathroom. Check this out. It's huge, it's gorgeous. Walk through shower with dual heads in there. You can have a whole party inside of there. Move out to the north side of Atlanta are the school systems. Roswell does not disappoint. One of the highest ranked schools in the area, in the state, in the city for sure. This is Roswell. This is their baseball field behind me. Football is on the other side. The campus is right here in the background. Roswell has been ranked academically in the top 3% in the nation for many, many years. They have one of the most unique curriculum programs here. Robotics, astronomy, archaeology, psychology. Classes that high school seniors can take preparing for college, one of the highest graduation rates in the entire country, especially here in Georgia. In addition to their academics, they have an incredible sports program. They have 16 teams here, baseball, football, I mean, you go down the list, you name it, but they've won multiple state titles in baseball, football, basketball. Their most successful program is gymnastics. So if you're a gymnast, look in the area, come check out Roswell. Phenomenal gymnastics program, won state titles again. Beautiful campus. I'm gonna show you around a little bit, but Roswell High School is one of the main reasons people move out here. Let's keep going. Another benefit of living in Roswell is you have access to Ameris Bank Amphitheater. This is one of the largest amphitheaters in the entire Atlanta metro area. Holds 12,000 people. It's got lawn seating under the venue. Every artist you can imagine, rappers, country, religious, jazz, the symphony plays out there. Everybody that you can imagine plays out at the Ameris Bank Amphitheater. And for those that are already typing, that's not in Roswell, that's in Alpharetta. Again, it's less than a mile from Roswell. It's actually more Roswell than it is Alpharetta. It's right on the edge of the two together. But if you're in Roswell, super easy access into the amphitheater. And it's the only one up here on the north side. You gotta go down to Chastain inside the city limits. Lakewood is on the south side, but Ameris Bank. But, and I know you're probably thinking, that's not behind him, that's not an amphitheater. It's not. So right outside of the amphitheater, and I'll show you some shots of it here in just a second, right outside of the amphitheater is the Fetch Park. This is actually my favorite part of being near the amphitheater. The Fetch Park is a brilliant business idea. Again, not in Roswell, it's Alpharetta, but it's half a mile from Roswell. So you have access to all this. But check this out. This is one of the coolest concepts ever. You can come up here, you don't even have to have a dog to come up here. You can come play beach volleyball during the week. There's a bar here. All of this back here in the back is where you bring your dogs. My phone's ringing, let me shut this off. You bring your dog, they can play, they run around, leash free. You can order drinks. This is a bar right here, super cool. You can see the satellite TV up top. They have water tubs down here for the dogs, wide open, you can range it. They play games back on the back screen back there. You can light this up as it gets a little bit darker. This is one of the coolest business concepts I've heard of in a long time. We've got a little water station here for the dogs on the outside. You can order drinks here if you're playing volleyball, but again, venues, a super cool venue, events all the time out here. There's karaoke, they have bands that play out here, but this is super cool. Right outside of Ameris Bank Theater, which is right over the top of these trees. So super cool. If you live in Roswell, come check out the theater, come check out the Fetch, and let's keep going. So I have to say, of all the things that I love about Roswell, I love the history of it. I love the architecture here, the homes here, where it's located, easy access to everything, all the things to do, the beauty of it. It's right on the river, the nature center, just so much beauty, so many things to do. But I gotta admit, the downtown area is my absolute favorite. This is Canton Street. This is part of it here. I'm sitting here on the street. Just had lunch a little bit earlier. Goes for a little ways down there. Goes for about another mile and a half down that way. But on both sides are restaurants, bars, live music, arts and crafts, small businesses, salons, yoga, you name it, all up and down this street. It's also an open container, you know, good for you alcoholics out there. So you could walk through here, have an open container, see everything. Really great place. I'm gonna walk you around, check out the downtown area, why I love it so much. Let's check it out. Hey guys, that is a wrap on this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this tour of Roswell. Now you can see why I love it so much. Cool downtown area, lots to do, nature center, hiking, biking, trail running, canoeing, fishing. If you're an outdoors person, amazing. If you're an indoors person, all of the malls around here, lots of shopping, lots of cool downtown areas. Just a really cool vibe. So again, hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about moving to Atlanta, if you know anybody moving here, please feel free to pass along the information. I would love to help them out. But until then, you guys have a great, wonderful day.